Class 7th Icse, welcome to the Wisdom 360 live session. Today we are going to start a new chapter, that is chapter number 4, Classification of Animals. In this chapter you are going to study about the different kinds of animals present on this earth, features, and also their habits or habitats, both the things. In this chapter we will be studying about the characteristics of the kingdom Animalia. In the previous chapter, that is chapter number 3, that is classification of living world, you learnt about there are diversified form of life on this earth, whether it may be a plant or an animal, it have variety of forms. In this chapter we will be studying about the animals only and how many types or forms of animals are present on this earth, inside the water also and inside the soil also. We will be studying about the vertebrates, invertebrates and different kinds of phylums for both the things, for both the divisions or groups, that is invertebrates and vertebrates. Let us start now. Classification of animals. First of all, you should know that what are the different characteristic features for animals. Animals are, or they can be unicellular. Unicellular matlab it's made up of single cell, or multicellular. Second, their mode of nutrition is heterotrophic. Now, on the basis of the skeleton and the backbone, the animals are grouped in the form of two mediums. One is invertebrate and another one is vertebrates. Vertebrates and invertebrates, these are the two forms of animals in which main difference is of the presence and absence of backbone. In invertebrates, the backbone, or it is also called as the notochord or the vertebral column, it is absent. Fine. In all the vertebrates, backbone is present. This is a major difference between the two. Next is internal skeleton. You know that we have bones in our body that help us to make a shape or the structure of the body. Similarly, the invertebrates have the vertebrates have an internal skeleton. Invertebrates do not have internal skeleton. Everybody, you are welcome, and we are studying the fourth chapter, that is classification of animals. अभी तक सिर्फ हमने इतनी चीज़ें रिवाइज करी. पिछले चैप्टर में हमने पढ़ा था क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ प्लांट्स और क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ एनिमल्स का डिटेल्ड वर्जन इधर आप चैप्टर नंबर 4 पे पढ़ रहे हो. एनिमल्स आर दे कैन बी यूनिसेलुलर एज वेल एज मल्टीसेलुलर, and the mode of nutrition for the animals is heterotrophic. That's why they are called as heterotrophs. Animals are divided into two major groups. One is vertebrate, another one is invertebrate. Vertebrates, example humans, or animals those who are having the backbone in their body. Also they have the internal skeleton. Invertebrates do not have backbone, which is also known as notochord or vertebral column. They do not have internal skeleton, the invertebrates. Next is these are the differences. Next point of difference between the two can be done on the basis of presence of limbs. In all the vertebrates, there is there are two pairs of limbs. Limbs means there are two pairs, जिसमें से एक पेयर होगा four limbs and second one is hind limbs. Four limbs and hind limbs. Four limbs मतलब जैसे कि आप अपने बॉडी में देखिए, two are hands and we have two legs, hands and legs. Invertebrates have three or more pair of limbs, if any. If any का मतलब अगर present हो. Okay. Yes, Saksham, ask what you have doubt. If vertebrates do not have skeleton, so when we step on a beetle, an invertebrate, it doesn't die. It dies when its body is pushed hard or is crushed hard and the life processes stops. Okay, it's detailed study, like उसके पास अगर internal skeleton नहीं है, उसके पास exoskeleton है, outside the body exoskeleton present होता है. अगर उसको बहुत ज़्यादा तेज़ से आपने दबा दिया तो वो मर जाएगा. इसमें ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है कि वो नहीं, like it doesn't die. Okay. We discussed 3 points of differences right now. One important thing I want to tell you about the placement, or you can cite the body directions. I'm making it For example, if there is any animal, like we can take the example of a rabbit. I am making it roughly. Okay, an example of a rabbit. When you look on it towards the front and from the back, from upward direction or from downward direction, these directions are used in the following terminologies which I am going to tell you. When you look at this animal away from the ground, it is called as the dorsal view. Okay, dorsal side or dorsal view. When you look from the ground or from downwards, like towards the ground, this side, it is called as the ventral view or ventral side. Okay, that means dorsal, ventral. These are the directions. And left and right side, like from the back or the behind portion, it is called as posterior. Per se piche, per se posterior. And from the front, this is called as anterior. Okay, that is अ से आगे, अ से anterior. ये चार तरीके के जो व्यूज़ हैं या डायरेक्शंस हैं, जब कभी भी कोई एनिमल के बारे में लाइक सिमेट्री बताई जाती है, तो इसी तरीके सिमेट्री का मतलब लाइक द स्ट्रेट लाइन डिवाइडिंग द ऑर्गेनिज्म इनटू 2 or more parts. Okay, so these are 4 directions. The portion we look away from the ground is called the dorsal. Towards the ground, that is called ventral. Behind, posterior. Front, anterior. You have to keep this thing in your mind to understand one main point of difference between the vertebrates and invertebrates. I hope you get it. Now I'm telling you. Invertebrates, the heart is on the ventral side, of the body. वेंट्रल साइड कौन सा होता है? लाइक एनिमल जो बना था, ऊपर वाला पोर्शन डॉर्सल था, नीचे वाला टुवर्ड्स ग्राउंड, द पोर्शन विच रिमेन्स टुवर्ड्स द ग्राउंड ऑफ द एनिमल आफ्टर इट बेंड्स ओवर इट्स लिम्स इज कॉल्ड वेंट्रल. तो हार्ट कहाँ पर लोकेटेड है? वेंट्रल साइड. अपना एग्जाम्पल लीजिए, लाइक इन अस वी आर ऑल्सो वर्टिब्रेट्स बिकॉज वी possess the backbone. We have the heart in the ventral side of the body, and in invertebrates, heart, if present, अगर हुआ तो, is on the dorsal side of the body. Okay. ये पॉइंट्स बेटा आपको समझ में आए? ये पॉइंट ऑफ डिफरेंस है लोकेशन ऑफ हार्ट इन द बोथ काइंड और ग्रुप्स ऑफ organism. Next point amongst the two is the location of nerve cord. Nerve cord or notochord or backbone. As you all know that vertebrates possess the notochord or nerve cord. Nerve cord is hollow and present on the dorsal side of the body. Okay. It's for vertebrates. And the nerve cord is solid. बैकबोन में हॉलो स्पेस होता है जिसमें कि फ्लूइड है. दैट फ्लूइड इज कॉल्ड एज cerebrospinal fluid, which is present inside the vertebral column or the spinal cord. In invertebrates, the nerve cord is solid and located at the or on the ventral side of the body. ओके. ये पॉइंट ऑफ डिफरेंस हो गया किसके लिए? दैट इज द स्पाइनल कॉर्ड, और यू कैन कॉल इट एज द नर्व कॉर्ड. Okay. Next is about the presence of blood. Did you got this? Next, I'm rubbing it, I'm writing it down. Till now we have discussed 5 points, 5 pointer differences between the two. Apart from this, vertebrates and invertebrates have few more differences, few more interesting differences. Vertebrates, a tail is usually present. As you all know, the spinal cord, it is divided into 5 groups, or starting from the head region or the chest region or the back, like waist region. Tail is the portion which extends from the neck to the posterior part of the body. It is usually present in the vertebrates, and tail is absent in invertebrate. Vertebrates have an iron protein called hemoglobin. You must have studied about it. Hemoglobin is, hemo means iron, globin means protein. So hemoglobin is an iron protein. It is present in the red blood cells, which is also called as the RBCs. रेड ब्लड सेल्स के अंदर हीमोग्लोबिन पाया जाता है, जिसकी वजह से वर्टिब्रेट्स का ब्लड रेड होता है. इनवर्टिब्रेट्स में हीमोग्लोबिन if present is in the dissolved form, घुला हुआ है. और ये आपको पता होगा कि हीमोग्लोबिन का काम क्या है. यू मस्ट हैव स्टडीड इन क्लास 6th. हीमोग्लोबिन binds the oxygen or the respiratory gases with it and circulates it throughout the body. Okay. ये डिफरेंसेस हो गए दो ग्रुप्स में, जो कि classification of animals में, like on the presence or absence of backbone, which is also called as vertebral column, the animals are classified into 2 major groups, that is the vertebrates and invertebrates. Apart from this, I am giving you a gist of these two in which subdivisions of them are given. Okay. Before starting it, can anybody tell the formula which we learnt in the previous chapter that was given for the taxonomical ranks or the ranks of classification? Which formula was given? Let me help you. It was starting with species को genus में रख के family में गए, family ने order दिया, class में जाओ, phylum पढ़ो और kingdom बन जाओ. Okay, do you remember this one? Just say yes or no. How will I get that you're getting all these things? These were the names of the ranks starting from species, genus, family, order, class, then this is phylum, and this one is kingdom. These were the ranks of classification starting from the species ending till the kingdom. In kingdom, it was 5 kingdom classification: Mon, Pro, Fun, Plante, Animalia. Monera, Protista, Fungi or Fungi, this was Plante, and this is Animalia. Five kingdom classification. Now we are studying about kingdom Animalia. Divided into 2 major groups. This kingdom is having a variety of life forms. Okay. अभी हमने इन दोनों के बीच में डिफरेंस पता किया, एंड नाउ इस किंगडम के फाइलम को हम पढ़ने वाले हैं. नाउ विल बी स्टडिंग अबाउट द फाइलम्स of the kingdom Animalia, and if we are studying about this one, this rank will be going to its lower rank than towards the least or the lowest rank of classification about the kingdom Animalia. Right now we are discussing about the kingdom, the phylums. Okay. The major groups of animals. In this, the animals are divided into 9 major groups. You can write as not the group or the phyla. Phyla is the plural form of phylum. Here we will be studying or writing the phylum. Phylum 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Starting from this, the first phylum till the 9th phylum. आपको एक और फॉर्मूला याद करना है, दैट इज पॉरी निडे. निडे में सी साइलेंट है. पॉरी निडे, देन प्लैटी. पॉरी निडे प्लैटी, निमा, एने ऑर्थ्रो, मोलस्क, इकाइनो. Last is phylum Chordata. Porinidae Platinema, Ane-arthro-mollusk echino. These are the phylums. This is the major division of the phylums, that is the first phylum is Porifera. Second one is Cnidaria. Third is phylum Platy, that is Platyhelminthes. Fourth phylum is Nima, that is Nematoda. Fifth is Ane, that is Annelida. Arthropoda. Mollusk is mollusk. Then echino. Echino means echinodermata. These phylums, the above 8, 1 से लेकर के 8 तक जो phylums हैं, these are invertebrates. And the 9th phylum, that is Chordata, is the phylum that consists all the vertebrates, those organisms or those animals who possess the backbone. Okay. Animals are divided into 9 major phyla. Phyla is a plural form. Phylum 1 to 9 is like Porinidae Platinema, Ane-arthro-mollusk echino. ये सीक्वेंस और ये नाम याद करना बहुत ज़रूरी है because it will help you out in remembering the characteristics and the examples of them. 9th phylum is of Chordata, that are all the vertebrates. Invertebrates are called as non-chordates. Non-chordates means those who are not having the notochord. Vertebrates are having notochord, that's why they are under the phylum Chordata. So we will be discussing about the invertebrates and vertebrates or the chordates differently. Okay. I am rubbing it now. Once more you revise it. Porinidae Platinema, Ane-arthro-mollusk echino. 1 to 8 are invertebrates or non-chordates, and the 9th one is the Chordata or the phylum that contains all the vertebrates. Now I am rubbing it and giving you the detailed form of these phylums. The animal kingdom is divided into two major groups, that is the invertebrates and the vertebrates. वर्टिब्रेट्स के अंदर 9th फाइलम आया जिसका नाम है फाइलम कॉर्डेटा. Okay, invertebrates, in this we have 8 phylums and it is again divided at the first one, that is 3 levels: the cellular level, then tissue level. As you all know, this is the organization, the body organization, cell, then groups of cell forming the tissue level, and third one is organ and organ system level. So you can write it like this: organ and organ system level. The cellular level, consisting of the first phylum, which is the simplest, is the phylum, what was it? Porifera. Phylum Porifera. Then the second phylum comes under the tissue level, that is called as phylum Porinidae. Nide means Cnidaria. Third, in which the organ and organ system is present, it is divided into 2 major parts or 2 major groups. One is in the body where no body cavity is present. Body cavity means the space between the membranes of the outer part of the organism. Second one, in which body cavity is present. The one in which no body cavity is there are called as acoelomates. Coelom matlab a, coelomates. Coelom means body cavity, a matlab no body cavity. Body cavity जिसमें present हैं, these are called as coelomates. And the phylum name is called as Acoelomata and Coelomata. One, two. Now the organ and organ system level, which is divided into 2 different groups on the basis of the presence and absence of body cavity. The acoelomates are having 2 phylums. that is the first one, that is the third phylum. Third is Porinidae platy, phylum Platyhelminthes. Okay. Next is the fourth phylum, that is Porinidae Nematoda, phylum Nematoda. Now these four are done. In the body cavity absentees or the acylometa, the remaining four phylums, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, that is 5, 6, 7 and 8. These four phylums are coming in the organ and organ system level where the body cavity is present. So these are phylum Porinidae Platynema Annelida. Then Arthropoda, Arthro mollusk. Last one is Echinodermata. Phylum Porifera. Porifera or the poriferans, the organisms are called as poriferans, are the pore bearing animals. Pore bearing means these have body spaces, or you can call them as the pore bearers. The phylum Porifera is also called as the organisms containing pores. Example, sponges. Cycon, etc. Next phylum, that is Porinidae, Cnidaria, or the organisms are called as Cnidarians. These are the radially symmetrical organism. Radial symmetry का मतलब आपको dorsal, lateral, posterior, anterior हुआ. Radial मतलब कि starfish. यहाँ पर आप समझ लो like star. This is called as radially symmetrical. Like you cannot divide in two halves. So this is called as radial symmetry. Okay. These are having tentacles on their body. Tentacles are the locomotory organ and also used for catching its prey. Prey and predator. Prey means shikar, predator means shikari. So tentacles are present on their body for the motion and also for capturing the food particle or the food animal. Next are the phylum Platyhelminthes or the platyhelminths. These are bilaterally symmetrical. Bilateral symmetry means the portion of the body which can be divided into two equal halves, like us. Platyhelminths are bilateral symmetry, like जिसकी बॉडी को टू इक्वल हाफ्स में डिवाइड किया जा सके. एग्जाम्पल इसका like all the parasites which are free living and can live inside or upon any organism. Example हो गया आपका tapeworm etc. Next is Phylum Nematoda. The first two phylums, after the first two phylums, the next three phyla are for the worms, like tapeworm. Next, Nematoda will be carrying the organism like ascaris or hookworms. Next, 1, 2, 3, 4, fourth phylum. Then the phylum Annelida. The first two phylums are carrying the organisms which are simpler than the other ones. The phylum third, that is Platyhelminthes, phylum Nematoda and phylum Annelida are the worms or the phylums for the worms, like tapeworm, ascaris. Then Annelida means the earthworm. After this, see, this is a chart or the formula of learning the kingdom division for animals. 9 major phylums. Invertebrates are divided into first, second and third levels, cellular, tissue and organ system or organ level. In the third one, in which the organ and organ system level is there, the organisms are divided on the basis of the body cavity, in which the body cavity is absent, are called as Acylometa. This is the name of the phylum or the phyla. And Acylometa is divided again into two different groups, which contains the phylums starting from third. Third and fourth are Acylomates. Then after this, the body cavity is present, the evolution took place. Okay, these are the organisms which keeps on changing or evolving. Evolution, the process of evolving from simple to complex structures. See, cellular level, simple. Complex structures means organ system level. So starting from this, every organism is improving, and the most complex phylum is the phylum Chordata, in which all the vertebrates are present. Okay. Arthropoda, example like cockroaches. ओके अभी सिर्फ शॉर्ट में ये सब चीज़ें हैं, इसके डिटेल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स आप नेक्स्ट क्लास में पढ़ते जाओगे. अभी आपका आर्थ्रोपोडा मतलब एक एक एग्जाम्पल लिया. आर्थ्रोपोडा में जितने भी ऑर्गेनिजम्स हैं, जितने भी एनिमल्स हैं, दे ऑल हैव जॉइंटेड लेग्स लाइक मिलिपिड्स, सेंटिपिड्स, insects like earthworm, scorpion, etc. And this phylum is again divided into 4 major classes or 4 classes. So we'll be taking the phylum, that is phylum number 6 in the next class, because we are not having much time. We have crossed the limit. So after this we'll be studying it again in the next class. अगली बार हम इन सारे फाइलम्स के कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स या फीचर्स भी लेते हुए चलेंगे. So till then you just stay fit and stay blessed. Thank you.